Good day, everyone. I'm Mrs. Melita Villanueva together with Irenea C. Angcao from Mariano C. Anacay Memorial Elementary School to present to you our basic research entitled Stress Management of Mariano C. Anacay Memorial Elementary Teachers Basis for a Wellness Program. Let's begin with our rationale. Teaching is a profession that leads to the realization of potentials and aspirations of the younger generation. It starts in developing their academic abilities and equipping them with all the values and skills needed to become productive citizens. It requires a lot of effort to be considered as an effective teacher. Teachers need to cope and adapt to the changes in teaching methods used in this time of pandemic. And thus, the stress levels of teachers are higher than before since they are working from home and school. Not all teachers can easily adapt to this kind of setup. Most of their works needs to be done on laptop or personal computer with only a short period of time. Older teachers struggle more than the younger ones because they need to study more computer application needed to make those modules and reports to be submitted. They need to work from home and tend to their family at the same time. And here is our key literature. According to the article made by Osoba 2020, there are many different factors of a stressor on a teacher's daily activities, like making reports, modules, and learning objectives for students. It is said that to balance the stressor of a teacher, there is so-called the four A's, which is avoid, alter, accept, and adapt. The stress management for teachers can be simple as changing commuting habits or practicing new classroom or students management techniques for a long term. To further understand these four A's, each A will be elaborated individually. The first is avoid. In this part, it is said that with planning and foresight, you could start avoiding unnecessary issues that get in the way or slow you down. Learning how to manage stress as a teacher starts by changing your view of avoidant behaviors to evasive them. And here's our methodology about the respondents of the subject of the study. The participant respondents of the study were 14 teachers and one principal from Mariano C. Anacay Elementary School or MCAMES in Amadeo, Cavite. And here's our sampling. The respondents will be the 14 teachers and a principal or 100% of the MCAMES personnel. Oh, this is our data collection. A consent letter was given for each participant and a brief explanation about the study were provided. Conducting the survey only during the break time in a jovial setting in the faculty room. Quantitative data were gathered through questionnaires using a 5-level scale and analyzed using descriptive and inferential statistics. Gathering of qualitative data, particularly on their coping up mechanism, were through in-depth interview approach. These questionnaires were validated by Mrs. Hannah Marjorie Angcao, Infant Jesus Academy Guidance Counselor. How about the ethical issues? There's ethical issues, informed consent, and according to Armour, it means that a person knowingly, voluntarily, really and intelligently and in clear manifest gives his consent. Respect for confidentiality. The researchers must always bear in mind all psychological and social implications that a breach of confidentiality may have on subjects. In order to protect participants, they have to inform them on their rights and use all possible coding systems that they regard appropriate in each case. Respect for privacy. According to Levine, privacy is the freedom an individual has to determine the time, extent, and general circumstances under which private information will be shared with or withheld from.
Continue our presentation. Discuss to you the result of our survey. Number one is according to age. Based on the table 1.1, most respondents equivalent to 7 respondents with a 46.67% and the least respondents equivalent to 2 respondents with 6.67% ages 40 to 49 years old. And respondents as to the length of service. Based on the respondents' length of service as shown in Table 1.2, it shows that the most respondents, equivalent to 6 respondents, with the 40% have already spent 11 to 20 years in service, while the least respondents, equivalent to 2 respondents, with 13.33%, have spent 21 to 30 years in service. Result of survey according to educational attainment. Table 1.3 shows the number of respondents that have a specific educational attainment. The greatest number of respondents, which is equivalent to 9 respondents with 60%, have bachelor degree as their highest educational attainment. The least number of respondents, which is equivalent to 1 respondent with the 6.67%, has master degree as their highest educational attainment. Findings in the level of stress as to personnel. As portrayed in the data, all items were assessed by the respondents as very stressful. The greatest respondents is health problem, with weighted mean 4.15 in ranked 1, and the least respondents, which is the household chores, with a weighted mean 3.76 at rank 10. Generally, the level of the stress of the respondents as the personnel gained an overall mean value of 3.99 and interpreted as a very stressful. The level of stress as to occupational. As offered in the table, all of the items were assessed by the respondents as stressful. The greatest stressor is coordinating multiple tasks with weighted mean 3.43 at rank 1. The least is activities outside work hours with weighted mean 2.92 at rank 18. The assessment of the respondents to their level of stress in terms of occupational got an overall mean value of 3.12 and interpreted as stressful. Our implications. When stress becomes devastating, it can take the toll of teachers' well-being. That is why it is important to have effective stress reliever that can calm mind and body. The wellness program is introduced through several programs that could serve as stress relievers. The program includes the stress areas, objectives, school-initiated programs and action, and success indicators. The wellness program will bring optimal health benefits, improve disease management and prevention, improve productivity and healthier teachers, workforce in general. Hence, the main goal of implementing the wellness program is to encourage teachers down to the path to the healthier lifestyle. Conclusion. The demographic profile of elementary teachers are identified to relate in the level of the stress in teaching. There is a significant relationship between the demographic profile and the level of stress of the respondents. The proposed wellness program aims to reduce psychosocial stress in the professional group of teachers and enhance their teaching effectiveness to provide the framework of professional development approaches that be used proactively for the teacher's stress management or that can address to the problem as they arise. The respondents assess the proposed wellness program as accepted. A recommendation that seminar workshop or counseling session on adjusting to work-related or family-related stressors be undertaken as part of the professional development program of Department of Education. That the school examine their practices which may induce a stressful situation or challenges to teachers. School heads will clearly define the workers' role and responsibilities. Design job to provide workers an opportunity to use their skills. Improve interpersonal relationship between superior and the faculty members. Our references used was indicated in this slide. So much for this. Thank you and have a nice day.